Hey folks, Mel here. Thank you again for subscribing, for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to add stuff, to add content, but it's been hard, 9 to 5, other things I have to do. I'm alone. I don't have a production team behind me, which would be great. I would love for this channel to grow. I would love for you guys to subscribe and tell your friends about it, and I would love to engage with you in the future. But anyway, for this week I'm just going through my book collections. I'm really just going through my book collections because I want you guys to see some of the stuff that I keep. I mentioned in the first video why that for me I only buy books that I've read and loved, and some of them are here. Not all of them are fiction, some of them are actually non-fiction. Like there's this book called The Green Witch. So a while ago I decided that I wanted to learn more about plants. Initially I wanted to start my own, I know I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation, but herbarium, and I think that's herbarium, and it's basically my own green garden. Now that I have a place where I actually have a backyard, I intend to start a garden for when the warmer weather comes. So I've been buying a lot of books about gardening and plants and flowers, and I have so many of them, and this is one of them. It says Your Complete Guide to the Natural Magic of Herbs, Flowers, Essential Oils, and More, because I fancy myself a bit of a witch. I'm not very good, really. I'm an amateur, but it's basically a book on herbs and oils and how to create your own herbs and oil and what each is known for. So, different things that you want to focus on, like energy and love and happiness and and harmony, and how to basically what oils and plants that are good for that, and how to put them together and create your own potions and things like that. I haven't done much with this. But this is an example of a nonfiction book that I would have in my collection, The Green Witch. That's just one right there. What is this? Okay, I know what that is. So this is actually just a top 10 book about Scotland, because I'm obsessed with Scotland. I've been writing, one of my works in progress is a story that takes place in Scotland. So I've had to do a lot of research because I've never been to Scotland. So I've been utilizing guidebooks, Google Earth, and other travel blogs. People, thank goodness for the internet, people post their travel and their journeys, and I would love to visit Scotland one day. And so I have a book about Scotland. It even comes with a map. And what is this? Ooh, Tanzania coffee. Tanzania coffee. I don't know if this was naturally part of the book. I don't think it was. I stuffed so many random things in books. I already had this work-related stuff that fell out. But anyway, those are some of the kind of non-fiction books that I have. Ooh, there's another one. The Secret World of the Brain. What it does, how it works, and how it affects behavior. I like learning about sciencey stuff, medical stuff, learning about the brain and neuroscience, and this doesn't only cover the brains of humans, it also covers the brains of animals, so I don't mind that. It covers things like sleep. There's a myth buster section where it busts myths about various things like sleep and language and blah blah blah. Does the human brain weigh? Okay, that went totally wrong. But what I meant to ask is it true that humans only use 10% of their brains? No, humans use almost all of their brains. That is a myth. So Lucy is not scientifically accurate. Anyway, so those are some of the nonfiction books I have. I have a lot of these kind of science reference books because I in my dream life I would have been an astrophysicist, but I just never pushed myself in that direction. So I just collect books about science that I use as reference to consult to make myself feel smart. Every so often I can look stuff up and be like, oh, that's what that is. I have to do it often though, because I'm not a scientist. I don't have to do science in my everyday life, so I'll spend a lot of time reading about genetics and then totally forget it like a week from that time, and then I have to re-reference everything again. So that is nonfiction books. So I do have a lot of that. Ooh, and I have another witchcraft book, Practical Magic. I just actually bought this book because I just love the look of it. It's really well designed. It's really pretty. Like I hope you can see it here. So as you can see, it matches my canvas, and it matches even my witchy canvas. So I love when my little writing space, by the way, this is my writing space and it's a mess. I just got a really small desk because I wanted to my space is somewhat small, and I wanted to I'm also a bit of a hoarder, even though I'm really trying minimalism. So I just kind of, I look like a talking head, don't I? So anyway, I just wanted to do that. I'm doing this in one round, so folks, so don't pay attention to the fact that weren't you wearing that shirt in the previous video? This is one sitting. Look, again, I'm busy. So anyway, it's a pretty book. And as you can see, you might be able to see crystals, horoscopes, psychics, and spells. I just think this is so lovely. Anahata, the heart chakra. Anahata. I have a friend who is Persian, and her name is Anahita. It's likely related, but this is a really good book for learning a lot about the auras and Hinduism and pagan holidays and crystals and blah blah blah. It's very pretty. I love it. So I do have other books. This book right here is technically nonfiction, and it's so pretty as well. It's actually narrative nonfiction. As you can see, it's called Indigo, and that's the cover, Indigo. It's actually a narrative nonfiction in search of the color that seduced the world. I actually picked this up in Justin Bieber's hometown of Stratford, Ontario, while going to the Stratford Shakespeare Festival. Yay, I go to Shakespeare Festival. Ooh. But I just thought the cover was so pretty, and I love this color, and as you see, it also kind of matches. I love this color, and it's about a woman who travels to Africa to find out the history of the color indigo, which was well known to have been popular there. And it's kind of disappointing because she discovers that the natural processes that they use to create indigo were vanishing. It's an art form that was dying there as they move increasingly toward factories and importing fake indigo from places like China. So, but this is a personal, it's more of a memoir, autobiographical book where, again, where she goes in search of research in the color indigo. But as you can see, it's very pretty, and that's why I keep it. This is a book that I bought before I actually read it, but sometimes that happens where you'll just buy a book based solely on how pretty the cover is. Covers are everything, folks, everything. So those, I actually do have a lot more books here, but they're actually downstairs. So, but this is just the ones that I keep behind me. There was no particular reason why I left some downstairs and some here. The other books that I have are just reference dictionaries, like one for Latin, one for French, one for Spanish, even though I almost never use them. There are some grammar books that I have, but those are the main nonfiction ones that I think I've seen here. Yeah, so that's just some of my nonfiction collection in my own little small writing space. I think I've read everything here. I think I've read everything here at least once. So, yeah. Okay, folks. So that's just my nonfiction collection behind me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. Don't forget to come back. Don't forget to like. And I'll see you next time, folks.